Today we're going to learn how to replace the MAF sensor, the mass airflow sensor on a Porsche 997. Here we have the new part that's going to be going in. Brand new, straight from my favorite retailer on the World Wide Web that delivers boxes with smiles. So I want to let you know what we're going to be using. I'm going to choose to use this part to loosen this guy right here. I'm also going to use this little Torx T20 security thing. You can see right here that it has the little hole in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. It's a Torx, but right down the middle it has a hole. That they call that the security version. So that's going to fit right into this little right here in this assembly to take off the mass airflow sensor. But we're not ready for that yet. First we have to loosen these guys. Okay. So I'm going to use this. This is my 7mm, and I'm going to put my electric screwdriver in reverse. I've always found it's just a lot easier to do that than it is to use a flathead, which slips off. Okay, third one. This is the final one. After I do this, I should just be able to pull it pretty easily. Yep, the whole thing comes off. Okay, so now I'm going to replace this with my Torx T20. I'll need that in a minute. Okay, this whole assembly here is going to pull out. I didn't have any bolts holding it in, although I've read that they're supposed to. I bought the car used. I can't explain it. We'll move past that. So if you find a restraining bolt, you'll have to figure out how to do that on your own. This little part is clamped in. I've already pulled it loose, but if you haven't, you just pull up and it loosens itself. But what I'm going to do is pull this whole assembly up. So I've got to find a way to kind of twist it out, and I'm going to turn this upside down so that I can see down here. Here's what I really care about. I can see the underneath side of the the MAF sensor. The reason I need to see the bottom of that is so that I can get to the little clamp that's restraining it. I will get to that in a minute. First I got to undo the little screws. Okay, there's one. And two. Alright, now that those are off, I can pull the little rubber piece right here to expose what I'm working with. I have to get a little flathead screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver is going to help me release. After I release from back there, there go my electronics. Now I can just pull this thing out. Just rock it back and forth until it pulls out. That's the old one. The reason I know how to do this is because I took it out last week to clean it. Cleaning it didn't help, so I'm putting in the new one. This is the new one. It only goes in one way, so take note of that when you pull it out, that if you put it in wrong, it won't go in. So if you put it in upside down like this, you'll notice that the screw holes don't go in. So they don't line up. So just turn it over. We'll be ready to go. Very quickly with my electric screwdriver. If you don't have one of these, get one. Useful for everything under the sun. Okay, just need to charge it once every 3 years or so. Okay. I look along the side here to make sure that there's no air or no air gap right there, and it looks like it's pretty tight. So I'm ready to hook back up the electronics. Once I verify that it goes over the little locker clamp inside there, and we're good, I'm going to also make sure that this rubber housing goes over the top. Make sure that it's all the way over. You don't want to get water or let water in. So now I'm ready to flip this thing back over where it was and reinstall it. We'll lift back in place. Mash that in there. Now I'm ready to replace this bit. I'm gonna try to fit it on first. Don't tighten anything till it's all the way in place. Okay, the whole part's in place. Make sure it's snug. Now I should be able to put it back on my 7mm driver. Go to forward, position it like you like it. Make sure it's not like way down there or something. Rotate it around so you can easily access it. And the final one. Okay, everything's good and snug, and we're done. Those are the steps to replace the MAF sensor on a 911, and we accomplished it in 6.5 minutes.